Mahalo Ke Akua. Welcome back for our last week of our video series called lelo or Ke Akua, the word or the language of God. I'm so grateful and thankful that you stuck with us through the entirety of this series. Please know that if you have questions, if you have comments, if you have reflections, get in contact with us at Bishop Memorial Chapel. You can reach me at my email, arnaiole, that's Naeole, at ksbe.edu. I'd love to be in conversation and continue maybe some of the fruits that have sprouted through this video series alongside of each and every one of you. Our last word and our fourth word for this series is the word ha'avi. And it comes from 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 16, where it says, all scripture is inspired by God and profitable for teaching, for reproof, for correction, for training in righteousness. In Lelo Hawaii it says, o ka palapala hemolele apau ua ha'avi ia mai ia e ka'uhane o Ke Akua, he mea ia e pono ai, no ke a'o ana, no ka papa ana, no ka ho'opolole ana, no ka ho'onawau ana, ma ka pono. And I wanted to talk first, we're going to start at the word ha'avi, and ha'avi means to give. And in the scripture text, what it's saying is that scripture is something that God gives to us. In the Hawaiian language, it says, o ka palapala hemolele apau, all scripture, all holy documents, all holy words from God. Ua ha'avi ia mai e ka'uhane o Ke Akua. It's given to us by the Spirit of God. But one of the things I love about this scripture and I love about this word is the imagery that's created when you dig further into the language. In the NIV, it says all scripture is God-breathed. Right? And in Hawaiian, so you're going to have a double portion of words. So ha'avi means to give. God gives us scripture to inspire us for teaching, for reproof, as scripture says. But in the NIV, it says that God breathed scripture. In Hawaii, we are all familiar with the imagery of sharing ha with someone else, right? We go nose to nose and we breathe life into one another. And the idea behind that is, as I give my life to you, you give your life to me. And this is exactly what Scripture does when it says that all Scripture is God-breathed. It's the way that Scripture breathes life into us. We go lip to lip, essentially, with Scripture, and we give it a honi. And in exchanging life, right, we breathe our life into it. And Scripture breathes life back into us. And it teaches us, it reproofs us, it corrects us, it helps us so that we can live according to the way that God has called us to live in His holy scripture. When we look at the story of Jesus, and when Jesus goes out into the wilderness and He's tempted, when He's fasting for 40 days and 40 nights, each and every time the devil comes with a temptation, the way that Jesus combats it is He combats it with scripture. He quotes back scripture each and every time. And it's this God-breathed entity that breathes life into all of us. And so how do we go about breathing life with Scripture? Well, we study it. We spend time each and every day reading it, studying it, digging in deeper. There's so much in here, and maybe you think, I've read it already one time. I read the whole thing. Well, read it again. Each and every time there's new life, there's new purpose as we read and as we dig further into it. And so we encourage you to ha'avi, to let God give scripture to you, and to honi scripture, to kiss it, and to make it a part of your life, to make sure that scripture is indeed God-breathed into each and every step of your life. Again, mahalo for joining us for the entirety of this series. This has been so fun to get to share some little nuggets of Olelo Hawaii. From the Olelo Hawaii I know, I hope that it has been an encouragement and a support to you as you continue to live for Ke Akua, as you continue to live according to the call that Jesus has given to us, to love God and to love one another. Blessings as you go out and about your week and your day. Mahalo e Ke Akua pu aloha a hui ho malama pono.